My dear students of second year, I am Raghavendra Pratap, and again I am here with some of the other contents of first unit, which is fundamentals of communication. The way I am using regularly in some of my previous videos, I am going to use the same one. Means it will be the mixture of Hindi and English both. But if anything remains untouched in both the languages, all of you are free as well as allowed to leave your comments in the comment section so that I can answer that. Okay, so praying for the good health of every one of you, let's start this all. Yes, so the thing which we have here today to discuss, that is techniques for good comprehension. As in the previous video, I explained the understanding of reading and comprehension, as well as we know lot many other things about these two as one. Again, I'm saying we understood lot many different things about these two as ones, because reading cannot be done. Reading is not actually reading without comprehension. Is that clear? Till the time the same thing I said there in that video, till the time you are not a kid, रीडिंग इज नॉट जस्ट रीडिंग, रीडिंग ऑलवेज कम्स विद अ कॉम्प्रिहेंशन. जब तक कि आप एक बच्चे नहीं हैं तब तक रीडिंग सिर्फ रीडिंग नहीं है. रीडिंग इज ऑल अबाउट समथिंग व्हेन यू आर इंक्लूडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन टू इट, जहां पर आप कॉम्प्रिहेंशन इसके साथ इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं. सो एक्सटेंडिंग द सेम थिंग, वही चीज को मैं एक्सटेंड कर रहा हूं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू सम ऑफ द टेक्निक्स, उन कुछ तकनीकों के साथ जो हमें कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, बेटर कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में मदद करती हैं while reading. Is that clear? Okay, let's go through these all one by one, and these are very much simple, not so typical to understand. Okay, so first technique which is in front of us, that is skimming. Again I'm saying skimming, skimming. So what skimming is? If you are explaining, again I'm saying if you're explaining skimming to someone as a technique of comprehension, please make him or her aware that skimming is like skipping. Is that clear what I said? मैं जो कहना चाह रहा हूं, यदि आप किसी को भी skimming technique of comprehension बताने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, so please make him aware first about skipping, जहां पर हम skip करते हैं चीजों को. skip means चीजों को छोड़ के चलना, या skip means you are giving a you are taking a bit more distance, कहीं पर चीजों को छोड़ के चलना, that is skimming. So skimming is almost a kind of skimming, skimming is almost a kind of skipping, जहां पर आप छोड़ के चल रहे हैं. Or in other sense, where you are understanding something quite fast, where you are examining something early or hastily. The same is written. When you examine something hastily means in hurry, in too much of hurry, that is called skimming. When you read, and you read in such a way where you are reading too much fast, जहां पर आप रीडिंग कर रहे हैं और रीडिंग इस तरीके से कर रहे हैं कि वो बहुत ज्यादा तेज है, बहुत ज्यादा जल्दी है, so that time the comprehension you do, that comprehension is related to know about the general understanding. Is that clear what I said? मैं कह रहा हूं when you read quite hastily, quite fast, very much fast, you read the text so that you can get to know about that complete text as a whole. आप सिर्फ जर्नल आइडिया लेने के लिए उस टेक्स्ट को पढ़ते हैं. So in that type of technique you skip lot many things. आप बहुत सी चीजों को छोड़ के चलते हैं. जिन चीजों को आप इंपॉर्टेंट समझते हैं, you focus on those all first. Is that clear? So that is all about skimming. So skimming is reading a text quickly to get the general idea. Is that clear? The example which is written here is the best as per my understanding, and I'm sure if you could able to relate this thing with yourself, you too will understand this example the best to explain, the best to understand skimming technique of comprehension. जब भी कभी आप एग्जामिनेशन में जाते हैं, वेन एवर यू लाइक गो टू टेक एग्जामिनेशन, आप वहां पर एट द लास्ट मोमेंट, just before entering the examination center, entering into the examination center, if any one of your friend is letting you know about some of the important or one of the important question, कोई एक ऐसा क्वेश्चन बताता है आपका दोस्त जो बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, if I'm not wrong, in just few minutes, you read the complete answer of that question. That is which you do there with the help of skimming technique of comprehension. Is that clear? वहां पर last moment पर, at the last moment, when you study, when you read, when you understand the answer of an important question, that technique is called skimming technique. Is that clear? Okay, let's move ahead to the second one, that is scanning. If I'm not wrong, all of you do know what scanner does to you. Scanner एक मशीन होती है जो स्कैन करती है, and scan means which is visible, which is visible to the device, to a machine. Yes or no? So when you use scanning technique of comprehension, there you focus on something which is needed by you, in which you are in need, or what you are searching for in that text. स्कैनिंग एक वो तकनीक है जो आप बिल्कुल स्कैनिंग डिवाइस की तरह ही यूज करते हैं, समथिंग विच यू वांट टू हैव अ लुक टू, जिस चीज को आप देखना चाहते हैं आप उसी चीज को देखने की कोशिश करते हैं, as the machine gets the imprint of something which is visible to it, जो उस डिवाइस को विजिबल होता है. यस और नो? एग्जैक्टली. सो स्कैनिंग इज सच अ टेक्निक वेयर you just focus on that something which is needed, which is in demand for you. जो चीज आपके लिए डिमांड में है, आप उस पूरे टेक्स्ट को ऐसे पढ़ते हैं जो चीज आपको चाहिए होती है. Is that clear? So it is a kind of a thing which is contrasted with the skimming. Contrasted means a bit opposite. Scanning is a type of reading where you find specific information. The same which I said is written here. Scanning is a type of reading where we find specific information, any kind of a figure you name, and the example which is given here is the best as per me and for you as well. When your name is published in a newspaper, in an article, or anywhere, if I'm not wrong, when you get that article, you just want to have a look, your sight onto your name only, instead of going through the complete article about the event in which you participated. Yes or no? यदि आपको कोई ऐसा पेज मिलता है, ऐसा आर्टिकल मिलता है जिसमें आपका नाम छपा है, वहां पर उस आर्टिकल को पढ़ने के टाइम पर यू जस्ट फोकस on all the lines, on all the words, just to get your name only there in that. Yes or no? Yes, this is actually scanning way of technique. So the example, finding your name in an article of a newspaper, is the best one to understand scanning technique of good comprehension. Let's move ahead to the third one, churning process. Before explaining churning process, I would love to let you know about one thing which is related to this. Churning is a deep process of understanding or एक्सप्लेनिंग समथिंग टू योरसेल्फ. चर्निंग एक वो तरीका है पढ़ने का, कॉम्प्रिहेंशन का, जहां पर आप ऐसा पढ़ते हैं कि आप अपने आप को सेटिस्फाई कर पाए. अगेन आई एम सेइंग, चर्निंग इज सच अ वे वेयर यू रीड एंड कॉम्प्रिहेंड द थिंग्स in such a way where you can satisfy to yourself, जहां पर आप अपने आप को सेटिस्फाई करते हैं. Is that clear? So a way we're reading a text to find ultimate gist, जहां पर आप gist को चाहते हैं, gist means उसका पूर्णतः निचोड़ चाहते हैं, पूरी तरह जानना चाहते हैं, that is actually churning. A way we're reading a text to find ultimate gist mentioned by the writer is churning. जो राइटर ने मेंशन करने की कोशिश की है, जो जिस्ट शो करने की कोशिश की है, एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश की है, लिखी है, दैट इज चर्निंग. एंड इट इज एक्चुअली, जैसा कि मैंने पहले भी बोला, इट इज अ स्लो प्रोसेस ऑफ अ रीडिंग. इट टेक्स रियली मच टाइम comparatively skimming and स्कैनिंग, स्किमिंग एंड स्कैनिंग से कहीं ज्यादा समय चर्निंग प्रोसेस ऑफ कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में लगता है. एंड what all things are included in it while you do churning, कौन कौन सी चीजें, कौन कौन सी एक्टिविटीज इसमें इंक्लूड होती हैं which helps you out to satisfy yourself. Again I'm saying, what are all the activities which are included in it which satisfies you? Those are interpretation, means where you are interpreting, where you are reading between the lines. Reading between the lines is a phrase जहां पर आप दो सेंटेंसेस में लिंक महसूस करते हो, उनको समझते हैं. Why the second sentence came into the picture after one, why second paragraph came into the picture after first paragraph. So the correlation which you get to know about that is that phrase can be explained with a reading between the lines. The third one is inferring the lexical and contextual meaning. Inferring का मतलब यहां पर मैं समझाने की कोशिश करूंगा. Inferring means something which you guess, जो आप अनुमान लगाते हैं, something which you can expect to be happen. Inferring the lexical which is related to the words, the same are wrote for you better understanding in the parenthesis. Inferring the lexical शब्दों से संबंधित, and contextual means context, संदर्भ से संबंधित, जिस बारे में वो लिखा गया है. So this too is included in the process of a churning. And ultimately understanding the discourse. So these all things, interpretation, reading between the lines, inferring the lexical and a contextual meaning, as well as understanding the discourse, these all things are the part of churning process. और in simple way, जो मैं कह रहा हूं ध्यान से सुनिएगा, this is not written here, ध्यान से समझिएगा इसको और कैसे समझाया जा सकता है. Churning is a technique where you read a text to comprehend, so that you can satisfy yourself with all the questions or doubts which you have about something before reading. Is that clear? किसी भी चीज, किसी भी टेक्स्ट, किसी भी बुक को पढ़ने से पहले जो डाउट्स आपके दिमाग में, उन डाउट्स के आप आंसर ले पाएं अपने आप को सेटिस्फाई करने के लिए, दैट प्रोसेस, दैट टेक्निक इज कॉल्ड चर्निंग. इज दैट क्लियर? ओके, सो एग्जांपल के तौर पे यहां जो दे रखा है, दैट इज रीडिंग इंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ समथिंग, किसी भी चीज के इंस्ट्रक्शन, और रीडिंग अ नॉवल, जहां पर आप नॉवल को दूसरे को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं. यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, यू आर रीडिंग, यू आर कॉम्प्रिहेंडिंग अ नॉवल जस्ट फॉर योरसेल्फ. इज दैट क्लियर? नॉवल फॉर यू, नॉट फॉर अदर्स. The next technique is assimilation. 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 Please follow the way I pronounce the words. This is quite important. जो तरीका मैं यूज करता हूँ words को pronounce करने का, all of you need to follow the same one. Okay? I know this is just a video lecture. I cannot let you know how to articulate, how to move the mouth properly, but you can hear the sound how I am sounding. Okay? Assimilation. हालांकि ये जो parenthesis में लिखा हुआ, this is the IPA method to write the sounds of a word. So assimilation. अब assimilation को, जैसा कि मैंने churning process को आपको explain किया, where you are satisfying yourself exactly in such a way, assimilation को भी explain करता हूं. This too is not written here. So ये ज्यादा अच्छा होगा यदि आप मेरे तरीके को समझ जाएंगे. Assimilation is a kind of a technique of reading with comprehension, where you are reading to answer of all those doubts raised by others. Assimilation एक ऐसी टेक्निक है कॉम्प्रिहेंशन की, जहां पर आप पढ़ इस तरीके से रहे हैं, कॉम्प्रिहेंड इस तरीके से कर रहे हैं, ताकि आप दूसरे को सेटिस्फाई कर पाएं. Where you can clear the doubts of anyone which are based on it. Is that clear? Which are based on the text. So that is assimilation. So churning and assimilation mein, this is the basic difference. Churning is done for yourself, to satisfy yourself, and assimilation is done to satisfy others. So automatically समझने की कोशिश कीजिएगा. You never demand any explanation for yourself. If there are some doubts, आप अपने आप के लिए सवाल नहीं पूछते, but assimilation में दूसरा आपसे सवाल पूछता है. Is that clear? So it refers to the comprehension, the text, so that you can answer any question based on the text. आप ऐसा comprehension कर रहे हैं, you are doing such a comprehension where you are ready to answer, you are ready to makes the doubt clear of anyone. So this is actually the end process of all those three things: skimming, scanning, or churning. Means this is the end process of all those three techniques which we just went through: skimming, scanning, and churning process. Okay, so assimilation includes understanding the structure of the text, structure of the paragraph, punctuation, author's viewpoints, and lot many things. So assimilation is a combination of lot many things. So after these four, there are some more techniques which helps us out to comprehend the text better. दोबारा बोल रहा हूं, इन चारों के अलावा भी बहुत सी ऐसी कुछ टेक्निक्स हैं जो हमें कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, बेटर कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में मदद करती हैं. ओके, सो लेट्स गो थ्रू दोस ऑल one by one. The next technique is non-verbal signals. The technique which is this one, actually I use this a lot for the better explanation. मैं दोबारा बोल रहा हूं, जिस टेक्निक का नाम यहां पर फिफ्थ पॉइंट के तौर पर लिखा गया है, ये टेक्निक मैं दूसरे को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए, दूसरे की अंडरस्टैंडिंग को क्लियर करने के लिए बहुत ज्यादा यूज करता हूं. जस्ट थिंक वंस ओनली, इफ द वर्ड्स विच आर हाईलाइटेड, द हेडिंग विच आर अंडरलाइंड एंड बोल्ड, द वर्ड्स विच आर कलर्ड डिफरेंटली, यदि इन सबको मैं ब्लैक आउट कर दूं, means if I'm like keeping all these words, headings in just black, without any bold, without any italics, or without any underline, will you be able to comfortably understand the same slide easily? I don't think so. Yes or no? Please answer to yourself. It is very much important. यदि मैं इस पूरे के पूरे टेक्स्ट को काला कर दूं, means जो नॉर्मल ये जो लिखा हुआ है like in this line, मैं इस पूरे के पूरे स्लाइड को इसी वे में लिख दूं, बिना किसी अंडरलाइन के, बिना किसी इटैलिक्स के, मींस तिरछेपन के, या फिर बिना किसी बोल्ड के या कलर चेंज के, तो क्या ये आपकी आंखों को प्लीजिंग होगा? Not at all. You need to like understand and get the concepts out yourself from the sentences. आपको इस पूरे टेक्स्ट में से अपनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग को खुद बाहर निकालना पड़ेगा. Yes or no? But here, the way I generally use is the best for you people to understand. Like for an example, if I bold this point, non-verbal signals, so it means under this fifth point, all the things which are written later, ये पांचवें पॉइंट से रिलेटेड हैं. सो अ मीनिंग ऑफ अ टेक्स्ट इज नॉट कन्वेड बाय द वर्ड्स ओनली. हम ये जानते हैं कि शब्द ही अकेले नहीं होते जो मीनिंग को कन्वे करते हैं. यस, वो होते हैं, लेकिन वही अकेले नहीं होते. सो टेक्स्ट ऑल्सो कंटेन सम नॉन वर्बल सिग्नल्स जो यहां पर हैं, लाइक the style you are using, the features you are giving differently to the letters, to the words, different fonts which you use to make your writing different, to lead the comprehension, to like to include something differently, the bold print you use with the letters or words, the underline, the italic. So these, or the coloring as well. So these all different features comes under the category or as a technique of non-verbal signals or non-verbal signs, जो हमें कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में बहुत ज्यादा मदद करते हैं. मैं एक रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दिस टेक्स्ट. कहीं पर भी लिख लीजिएगा इसे, इतने से टेक्स्ट को, और इसे समझने की कोशिश कीजिएगा विदाउट एनी अंडरलाइन, विदाउट एनी कलर चेंज, विदाउट एनी इटैलिक, और विदाउट एनी बोल्ड to a word or a line or a phrase. You will feel a very much difficulty to understand that. But as soon as you are getting these all things done in a text, in a paragraph, in a sentence, you understand that quite easily. Is that clear? Okay, very well. Let's move ahead to the sixth technique, structure of the text to predict prediction. प्रिडिक्शन का मतलब यहां पर ज्यादातर लोग जानते हैं, यदि नहीं जानते तो मैं यहां पे एक छोटा सा हिंदी का शब्द यूज कर रहा हूं. फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई एम यूजिंग अ हिंदी वर्ड विच इज द बेस्ट फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस वर्ड, दिस इंग्लिश वर्ड, प्रिडिक्शन. भविष्यवाणी शब्द सुना होगा आप लोगों ने. भविष्यवाणी को प्रिडिक्शन बोलते हैं. सो स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द टेक्स्ट के स्ट्रक्चर के अकॉर्डिंग आप अट्रैक्ट करते हैं प्रिडिक्शन को. मींस एज पर द टेक्स्ट, if it is done in altogether in some way which is different, यदि किसी भी ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर किसी टेक्स्ट का है जो आपको प्रिडिक्शन करा पाए, जिसके बारे में आप भविष्यवाणी कर पाए, या जिसको आप प्रायर समझ पाए, that is something as a kind of a technique which is based on the structure of the text. Is that clear? एग्जाम्पल लेके चलते हैं. इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, जैसा कि मैंने ऊपर भी एग्जाम्पल लिया था, नॉन वर्बल साइन, स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द टेक्स्ट टू अट्रैक्ट प्रिडिक्शन और स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द पैराग्राफ. क्या इस लाइन की मदद से, with the help of this line, can't you understand something which is written that will be related to the structure of the text? क्या मैं गलत हूं? यदि इस पूरी हेडिंग को पढ़ने के बाद, आफ्टर रीडिंग दिस कंप्लीट heading, can you understand something which is not related to any structure of the text? No, not at all. So the heading which is given, the subheadings which are given, the name of the chapter which is given, or any heading which is given, if you are having a sight on that before reading the text, you can predict the things better, and it helps you out to predict best, means the best, as well as faster. यदि आप इस तरीके की हेडिंग, सब हेडिंग, चैप्टर नेम्स या सब टाइटल के ऊपर नजर डालते हैं, टाइटल, सब टाइटल, हेडिंग और चैप्टर ऑफ द नेम के ऊपर नजर डालते हैं, तो आपको बहुत आसानी से अंदाजा हो जाता है. एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल और लेना चाहूंगा. कैन एनीवन ऑफ यू एक्सपेक्ट, एक मूवी आई थी अमिताभ बच्चन की, भूतनाथ? यस और नो? Absolutely. So, can anyone of you understand with the title of this movie, भूतनाथ, कि ये कोई लव स्टोरी हो सकती है, ये कोई एक्शन मूवी हो सकती है? Not at all. If I'm not wrong, not at all it is possible. Every one of you who heard the name of this movie as Bhootnath, आप सभी ने यही अंदाजा लगाया होगा, it's a horror movie. Yes or no? Absolutely. So this is all about, because of the name of that movie, you predict something about the movie. आपने अंदाजा लगा लिया while watching that movie. उस मूवी को देखते टाइम आप समझ गए होंगे कि भूत कहीं ना कहीं आएगा. There a ghost will appear somewhere in the movie. Yes or no? That is altogether different whether that's a good ghost or a bad ghost. We cannot predict that much. हम इतना ज्यादा प्रिडिक्ट नहीं कर पाते, नहीं कर सकते with the title, but we can understand something about that. Yes or no? Okay. So the better you can predict, the faster and more effective you will read and comprehend. Okay. Let's move ahead to the seventh technique, that is structure of the paragraph. पैराग्राफ के स्ट्रक्चर को लेके अब एक छोटी सी बात यहां करना चाहूंगा, विच इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. इफ यू पीपल हैव द रिमेम्बरेंस, यदि आप लोगों को यह याद हो, ऑल ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव written some of the essays in 10th, first year, 12th, or I should say in schools. All of you must have written some of the essays on different topics. If I'm not wrong, all of you used a way to introduce, to explain means to elaborate the introduction, as well as to summarize means to conclude your essay. क्या मैं गलत हूं इस जगह? If any one of you forgot, ध्यान से सुनिएगा, बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग द पॉइंट नंबर 7. आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग पॉइंट नंबर 7 मींस टेक्निक नंबर 7, स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द पैराग्राफ. इफ एनी वन ऑफ यू forgot to mention the title of the essay, यदि वहां पर आपको 4 चॉइस थी, तो you chose one out of those all 4, but you forgot to mention the title. The title means the title which you chose out of those 4. तो क्या ये टीचर के लिए पॉसिबल नहीं होगा? विद द हेल्प ऑफ हैविंग हिज और हर साइट ऑन द इंट्रोडक्शन, he or she can get to know about which topic you used to write an essay. हाँ या ना? Absolutely yes. ये टीचर के लिए बहुत ज्यादा आसान होगा कि इंट्रोडक्शन की मदद से बहुत आसानी से समझ जाए कि उस ऐसे का टाइटल क्या था उन चारों में से. So this is all about something, the structure of the paragraph. The paragraph which someone is writing, having some specific structure where introduction is the part of that paragraph. Further explanation means elaboration to the introduction is the part of the same paragraph, as well as a kind of a summary which is given into that paragraph at the end. बहुत आसानी से उस स्ट्रक्चर की मदद से कॉम्प्रिहेंशन हो जाता है. We can read as well as understand with the help of such a structure of a paragraph or a page. Yes or no? So this too is a technique which is named as structure of the paragraph. Let's move ahead to understand some of the other techniques. The 8th one is punctuation. यदि मैं गलत नहीं हूं, if I'm not wrong, all of you must have the knowledge of punctuation. Punctuation are those non-verbal things which you use while writing, like commas, full stop, which is called period, semicolon, colon, inverted comma, yes or no? Yes, absolutely. So apostrophe s. So apostrophe. Yes. These all things which I just said are the part of punctuation. Yes or no? And just think once. मैं eighth point explain कर रहा हूं. Just think once. If any paragraph which you are reading is not with any punctuation mark, यदि कोई भी ऐसा पैराग्राफ आप पढ़ रहे हैं, कोई भी ऐसा चैप्टर आप पढ़ रहे हैं, कोई भी ऐसी बुक पढ़ रहे हैं in which punctuation marks are not used, will you be able to comprehend that text as easily as you will be able to do that with प्रॉपर पंक्चुएशन? मैं दोबारा बोल रहा हूं इन डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज. क्या ये आपके लिए पॉसिबल होगा किसी भी एक टेक्स्ट को समझना जो बिना पंक्चुएशन मार्क के लिखा गया है, बिल्कुल वैसे ही, बिल्कुल उसी आसानी से जो एक पंक्चुएशन वाला पैराग्राफ लिखा गया है? इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. अ पैराग्राफ, अ चैप्टर, a page, a book which is written without the punctuation is not that much comfortable to understand, that much comfortable to comprehend as you can comprehend, you can read a paragraph, a book, a chapter with the punctuation. So punctuation too is a kind of a technique which helps us out to do the comprehension better. Yes or no? Absolutely. Let's move on to the ninth one, author's viewpoint. Author's viewpoint means where you know the author very much well. यदि मैं यहां पर गलत नहीं हूं, ऑथर्स व्यू पॉइंट मीन्स जहां पर लिखने वाले का, लेखक का व्यू पॉइंट आप जानते हैं. अब एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल मैंने यहां पर भी दिया है. लेट्स हैव योर साइट ऑन दिस वन एग्जांपल, डॉक्टर अब्दुल कलाम विद हिज न्यू फिक्शनल वर्क. यदि मैं गलत नहीं हूं तो क्या आप में से कोई भी ऐसा व्यक्ति है, डू वी हैव एनी वन ऑफ यू who can expect Dr. Abdul Kalam Sahab to write a fictional story, mean काल्पनिक स्टोरी लिख सकते हैं क्या वो? क्या आप में से कोई भी है, do we have anyone out of you people who can imagine J.K. Rowling to write a love story, to write a action story? Not at all. It's not possible because we all do know she's like too much great. She means, yes, J.K. Rowling too much great to write very much magical fiction. J.K. Rowling वो लेडी हैं जिन्होंने हैरी पॉटर लिखी हैं. Is that clear? So we cannot expect these all writers who are damn perfect in one area to be expect in to get their work in a different specific areas with different expertise. Not possible. It's not possible. So when you know the viewpoint of some of the authors, मैं ये नहीं कहता we can understand the viewpoints of everyone, we know all the writers, but we know some of the writers very much well and their viewpoints as well. As much better you know about the author's viewpoint, you can easily understand the way of writing which he or she used to write down something. बहुत आसानी से उसके थॉट्स को समझ जाते हैं यदि आप उस ऑथर के व्यू पॉइंट्स को समझते हैं. तो दिस वन वाज द ऑथर्स व्यू पॉइंट एज अ टेक्निक ऑफ गुड कॉम्प्रिहेंशन. 10th लेके चलते हैं, रीडर्स anticipation. Or anticipation is a way where you expect something to be favorable for you. Anticipation is all about something, your expectation in your favor. So readers anticipation. Reader's anticipation is a kind of a technique where reader is getting such a text in which he or she is very much interested. Reader एक ऐसा टेक्स्ट पढ़ रहा है, ऐसा चैप्टर पढ़ रहा है जिसमें वो बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड है. So automatically the comprehension will become better. हाँ या ना? यदि आप अपने फेवर का, अपने इंटरेस्ट का, अपनी चॉइस का आर्टिकल पढ़ रहे हैं, चॉइस का चैप्टर पढ़ रहे हैं, चॉइस की स्टोरी पढ़ रहे हैं, डोंट यू थिंक यू विल बी एबल टू कॉम्प्रिहेंड दैट मच इजीली? यस, एब्सोल्युटली. द 11th point is summarization. What summarization is? Summarization is all about something which comes at the end, so it becomes quite typical to retain the content. Summarization के बारे में एक बात यहाँ कहना चाहूंगा. What summary is all about? What summary is all about? Actually, when we read a lengthy passage, lengthy text, lengthy book, we are not so damn perfect to memorize all the points which we went through into it. जो हमने बीच में पूरा का पूरे चैप्टर्स पढ़े, हम उनके ऊपर पूरी नजर डालते हैं. But as soon as we reach to the end, and we focus on the summary which is given at the end, all the things get remembered automatically, all the things comes out automatically which we read during the complete text. हाँ या ना? मैं दोबारा बोल रहा हूं, जब हम किसी भी टेक्स्ट को पढ़ते हैं which is a bit lengthy, when we reached to the end, to its end, हम समरी की मदद से जितना भी कुछ हमने पढ़ा है वो सारा रीमेमोराइज हो जाता है, वो रिकॉल हो जाता है. As soon as we read the summarization, summary of a text, we recall really very much well the complete text. But if the summary is not read by you, it becomes a bit typical for you. So summary too is a way, summarization. Summary too is a way which helps you out to comprehend the complete text very much better and effectively. The same is written, it becomes quite typical to retain the content of a text completely with the expectation to understand the gist. But summarization is the one which comes at the end and reconnect all the ideas expressed in it. Okay, in it means in the text by the reader or by the writer. Reader क्योंकि वो comprehension पढ़ रहा है, by the writer because he is writing such a sentence or he wrote such a sentences in the summary so that reader can get connect, reader can get maximum recall of the text. Is that clear? So this too is a technique as summarization. Let's understand these all last three techniques as prediction with the content, understanding the gist, 13th, 12th, 13th and 14th. Okay, the 12th one, predicting with the content. मुझे छोटी सी एक बात बताइए, if I'm not wrong, just 1 second everyone, I'm just like taking a sip of water. Yes, thank you. I'm sorry for the small gap. Yes, if I'm not wrong, all of you do know what content is all about. यदि मैं गलत नहीं हूं, कंटेंट के बारे में सभी लोग जानते हैं. ऐसा मान के चलेगा when you are in a shop of books, जब आप किताबों की दुकान में हैं and that shop is not related to any specific or technical field, means such a shop in which the books are there with a specific field or subject. How you will be able to select a book for yourself. यदि आप किसी भी एक ऐसी बुक में हैं जो किसी एक खास टेक्निकल या नॉन टेक्निकल या सब्जेक्ट को लेके बुक्स नहीं बेच रहा है, तो वहां पर आप बुक्स को कैसे चूज करेंगे? इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, all of you will have your look, and again I'm saying all of you will have your sight on the content of all those books which you are taking in your hands. आप जितनी भी बुकों को हाथ में ले रहे हैं उन सभी बुक्स का कंटेंट मींस विषय सूची विषय सूची नहीं, क्या कहते हैं, कंटेंट. Extremely sorry, I'm running short with the Hindi word which is for the content. Please understand that yourself. So content is something which comes in a book at the very much first with proper sequence of the chapters, with proper sequence of the things which are written in it. Yes or no? So if I'm not wrong, with the help of a content of a book, will you be able to predict the things? Will you be able to understand what will be there in that book? Yes or no? This is very much important to answer to yourself. ये बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है आप अपने आप को जवाब दें. Yes, absolutely, it is possible. When you are having a look to a content, you can answer to yourself what this book is all about. ये book किस बारे में है? And the same thing becomes a technique. वही चीज बनती है एक टेक्निक जो आपको comprehension ज़्यादा बेटर कराती है. So prediction comes in picture with respect to the content and words used by the writer. कोई भी content और उससे related कौन-कौन से शब्द यूज किए गए. Once the reader is able to understand the content with respect to the thoughts expressed, जैसे ही वो एक रीडर समझ जाता है अंडरस्टैंडिंग को कंटेंट के संदर्भ में जो थॉट्स एक्सप्रेस किए गए हैं, prediction comes in picture. As soon as he understand all those things with related to content and thoughts, वो उसका prediction easily कर पाता है. And once the prediction occurs, comprehension becomes more comfortable and easy. Means prediction जैसा कि हमने पहले भी पढ़ा था, if you are able to predict anything, you can comprehend that better. So prediction automatically helps you out to comprehend the things better. So this was all about the 12th technique of predicting with content. The 13th one means 13वीं टेक्निक, दैट इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग द जिस्ट, जहां पर आप किसी भी चीज के जिस्ट को समझ जाते हैं. सपोज फॉर एन एग्जांपल, इफ यू वांट टू हैव अ लुक टू अ मूवी, आप मूवी देखना चाहते हैं बट यू डिडंट लुक टू दैट. If any one of your friend is letting you know about what that movie is all about, यदि आपका कोई भी दोस्त जो उसे देख चुका है, he is letting you know about what this movie is all about, will you be able to understand that movie quite easily? हाँ या ना? Will you be able to understand? Will you be able to like have you better connect with all the events which are happening there in the movie in different shots? Yes or no? Absolutely, that is possible. So when you get to know about the gist of anything, it becomes quite easy for you to predict as well as to understand as well as to comprehend. So after predicting the content, हम यहाँ पे भी बात कर सकते हैं, as soon as you are able to predict the content, reader can reach to understand the gist. बहुत आसानी से gist समझ जाता है. Gist means ultimate understanding of something. So gist of the whole text he will be able to understand, and it helps him out to comprehend that better. Again, I'm saying after predicting the content, reader can reach to understand the gist of the whole text before he reaches to its end तक पहुंचने से पहले ही, because of the gist, because of the prediction which he did, because of the content. जो उसने प्रेडिक्शन किया कंटेंट को समझ के, उसकी वजह से उसे जो जिस समझ में आया, इस कारण वो अंत पहुंचने से पहले ही उसके भावार्थ को समझ जाता है. यस और नो? एब्सोल्युटली यस. लेट्स नो द लास्ट टेक्निक ऑफ गुड कॉम्प्रिहेंशन. दिस इज SQ3R रीडिंग टेक्निक ऑफ कॉम्प्रिहेंशन. इसको SQ3R टेक्निक बोलते हैं. मींस दिस इज S and a Q सर्वे क्वेश्चन as well as 3R read, recite and review. So जिन बच्चों के साथ मैंने नोट्स शेयर किए हैं, स्टूडेंट्स who were shared with these all notes, उनके इन नोट्स में ये ब्रैकेट्स में जो दिए हुए हैं, पैरेंथेसिस में, ये नहीं है. ओके, I made these all changes today. Now before making this video, मैंने ये चेंजेस अभी किए हैं इस वीडियो को बनाने से पहले. So please have your sight on this all. So what is SQ3R technique of comprehension? If you perform these 5 different tasks, यदि आप ये 5 अलग अलग tasks perform करते हैं, आपके लिए comprehension बहुत आसान बन जाता है. What these 5 tasks are? First one is survey. Survey is all about something, the act of looking or seeing or observing something. When you observe something, when you look for something, means किसी खास चीज को देखने की कोशिश करते हैं. You are doing a survey to choose something to read. Second one is you are questioning, a sentence of inquiry that asks or that demands a reply. So question is all about till the time you are not asking some of the question to yourself to do the better comprehension, to select a text for reading, आप अच्छा comprehension नहीं कर सकते. So you need to survey, you need to question to yourself. After that, you need to read actively with the proper action. Then you need to recite, means you need to narrate it to yourself. Ultimately, you need to review, means you need to evaluate that into your mind. As soon as you will be able to do these 5 techniques, means doing survey, asking some of the question to yourself, then reading actively, recite means narrating to you, and after narrating you are reviewing that as a evaluator. It becomes the 5 tasks commonly performed and is called the technique of SQ3R, means survey, question, read, recite and review. And this is the last technique of reading and comprehension. Is that clear to everyone? So these were some of the techniques which can help us to do reading with better comprehension. Is that clear? So this is the end of today's video. We'll very soon be back. Very soon we will be back with other contents, all contents of this unit. Okay, so till then stay tuned with me. Okay, bye bye, take care everyone. Please take care of yourself and your family members as well. Okay, bye bye, take care. Thank you very much.